Hello, I'm Jerry Fort, the beer review guy. Gonna review a Chi-Chi Skinny Margarita wine cocktail. Grape wine with natural flavors, 10% alcohol by volume, 20 proof. The same classic margarita taste as Chi-Chi's original. What else is 187 milliliter bottle. It says 5 fluid ounce serving. Calories 118, carbs is 9.9 grams, fat is 0.1 grams, protein 0.1 gram. I don't know if there's mosquitoes out here or not. It kind of looked like there might have been. Okay, yeah, skinny margarita. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is let's go ahead and get this open. Smells good. You get that margarita aroma. Get that 10% alcohol on the nose a little bit. Pretty nice margarita taste. A little bit of dryness, kind of a lime or lemon kind of a, I think it's more, it actually has a lemon lime kind of a taste. You get more of a margarita aroma than you do on the taste. It should be just a little bit stronger, I would think, but it's okay. I don't know if I'm going to be successful in doing this or not without doing the rim like I did. I got like 3 little pieces of ice in here. I had all these, I had some limes I bought for last night's dinner, and so let's go ahead and at least sacrifice one. Lime's giving me problems. There we go. It's in there. Ouch. Alright, I got a pretty decent amount of salt on there, inside and out. That lime, that helps a lot. Ice, a couple pieces. You get that margarita taste a little bit more on the aftertaste, or on the back end anyway. It's okay. it's a good little substitute if you can't have a real margarita. Not bad. And these are meant just to be drank out of here, not to do this with. It's already, in here, it's already considered a cocktail. Everything's added to make it their version of a skinny margarita. So I'd probably give it a 4 out of 5. I think it could be a little bit better. I think they could do a little better job on it myself. So, last night's dinner, I'll put it in the description, so if you guys are interested in knowing how the dinner went last night with my neighbor, Dustin, and his friend, Jenny. Lady used to be his boss, but they're friends still. They hang out a lot, so so we invited them both to come over to dinner last night. We had shish kebabs. My wife and I made some mushroom, some sweet peppers, some bell peppers, some onion, some chicken, squash, and asparagus. All those were on the shish kebab. Those turned out really good. My wife did one teriyaki sauce and one oil, sesame oil, I think, or something. Can't remember, but they both were really good. The grill cooperated pretty good, so that everything got good and done. We got some smoked brats that were already cooked, and we put them on there and cooked them up, and then had some jalapeno cheddar sausages already cooked, fully cooked. They were good. We're eating leftovers for that tonight. But everything turned out good. My wife made some garlic potatoes, and we had some bean salsa, I think it's called. Bean cilantro? No. Anyway, it was good. Took some tortilla chips and scooped it up and ate it that way. Yeah, it ended up being a good dinner. They come over about 5 o'clock. The bad thing is that night fell fairly quickly. They also brought their dog, Dustin's dog, Diesel. It's a black lab, I think he is. Nice dog, well behaved. Brought him over, and he just likes hanging out with Dustin. Doesn't leave his side, It's funny, but he's friendly. He didn't get into the garbage or our plates or anything. He just kind of sniffed a little bit because he's curious about what we got. But he was very well behaved young man. So I think he said he's 4 years old. I had some yard games out. Had the classic yard darts from the 70s. The regular metal shank on the end there, for the ones they banned. Had those because we've had them for years. Had those. Had some horseshoes. Had some croquet and some bocce balls ready to play, but it got dark so fast. We was visiting, have a good time, laughing, you know, joking around, telling stories and stuff. But yeah, we didn't get to do the yard darts, but we got to visit a lot. We couldn't eat outside; the bugs were too bad. So we went inside, and Diesel come in with us, and Buffy, our cat, she just hid the whole time, you know. But they'll come in and we ate at the table and just visited some more, and just had fun. Dinner was a success, like I said. Everybody was full afterwards, and Dustin and Jenny had to leave, and they were too full to have dessert, so they didn't get to take advantage of that. But yeah, it went good. I didn't get to do a review with Dustin. Things were kind of like fast-paced. I didn't really have. I had one thing I could have done a review with, but it was kind of hard to orchestrate it because it was a porter. And I'm going to want to let it sit out for 45 minutes, and in that 45 minutes, don't know what, you know, could transpire, could maybe not get to do it on time or something, so I'll have to wait for another time. We're going to have them over again. But everything went well, and we had fun. But I think that's about it. Those of you that was interested in the dinner, and I know I wanted to get a review with him. Maybe next time when I have something more, you know, that I can do a review of. My success in finding stuff to review Friday didn't go well. So, but I got a 6-pack of Coors Banquet and a 6-pack of Heineken for dinner that we could drink. I had a stray Estrella Jalisco laying around, and a Shiner Oktoberfest, and Dustin drank those two. Jenny focused more on the Coors Banquet, and I had a Heineken and a Coors. I think that was it. Might have had 2 Heinekens. But yeah, that's about it. We're getting ready to eat dinner here in a minute, so I'm going to end it here. The weekend has been busy and stuff, and having family time and stuff, so I haven't got to answer or reply to my comments like I usually do. I actually got 8 hours of sleep last night, so we was up till 4 o'clock in the morning watching shows and stuff, and Jeremy was hanging out in his room, so 4 o'clock in the morning, then I slept till 10, and no, actually I slept till noon. My brain ain't used to that much sleep, but woke up with a tad of a headache, just from getting too much sleep. But that's about it, I think. But I'll see if I have in my budget enough to try to get some other stuff to review. I still got 2 or 3 of these left, different ones of those, and some flavored liquors, you know, some vodkas and something else, I think, or they might just all be vodkas. So I still got some stuff to review, just maybe not as fun, but those little shooter things, they're every liquor store, they got those little tiny, those airplane drinks that they always give away or sell or whatever on airplanes. I don't know if they still do that or not, but I remember back in the 70s, I think it was the last plane I had flown in was in the 80s when I was with my wife, going to probably California to visit my folks when they lived there. But yeah, there's lots of stuff I want to do, lots of stuff I want to make videos of and stuff like that. Just the time and the opportunity is just not coming available. So Jeremy and I are going to, I think I told this story. Let's see if I have time before my wife says dinner's ready. I found a rifle when I was going to work one early morning, and it was just laying on the road, one of the streets in the gutter. And there's at 4:45 in the morning, there's hardly any cars, so I slowed down and backed up and grabbed it, threw it in my truck. Looked at it later, and I thought it was a paintball gun, but I come to find out when I showed it to Dustin last night, because I wanted him. I was a little funny about taking the CO2 out. It had a CO2 cartridge in it. It was about this long, CO2. Never seen one that big, and I didn't know what to expect when I took that thing out. So while he was here, because he's more experienced with that kind of stuff, he took it out and was telling me about it, that it was a refillable cartridge. And he was looking the gun over, and I had it when I brought it up the deck, and I had it in my, holding it down like this, and he's like, "Whoa, what do you got?" I said, "It's just something I found." And he says, "Oh my gosh." He says, "That looks like a real gun." And upon looking at it, he says, "Looks similar to one I have, my AR-17. What is it? I can't remember exactly what he said, but it looks like a real gun." And he's looking it over, because I thought it was a paintball gun. I said, "I guess it's a paintball gun." And he says, "No, this ain't a paintball gun." He says, "This is a pellet BB gun." I was like, "It is?" He says, "Yeah, look at the end. Paintballs ain't gonna come out that end." I never even thought about that. The end of it, the hole that it comes out of, was not big enough for a paintball to come out of. He says, this is pretty much a high-powered pellet gun." He said, "This is a really good one. It's a good brand." I can't remember what he said. If y'all are interested in what brand it was, I think I read what I saw on it when I made a video about it, I think. But I can tell it again. But Jenny was looking up. She's familiar with guns as well, and there's a piece of it, the back end of it, that wraps around the CO2 cartridge that's missing. There's also a clip that goes up in there, is missing. And after they looked it up and saw the parts and everything that would take to replace the parts that are missing, and the ammo that I would need for it, or that we would need. This is Jeremy and I's gun. I made it half his, half mine. Altogether, excuse me, it would cost $80 to get it back in shape again. He says this here is a good find. He says, "This is a $400 rifle." I was like, "It is?" He says, "Yeah." So I was like, "Wow, that's surprising." He says, somebody was sad that they lost this, but it's in good condition. So I asked Jeremy. He's the money bags right now. I don't have that kind of money to throw on a gun like that, as much as I'd like to. But I asked if he'd want to do that. He says, "Yeah, definitely." So I'll get Dustin to get the parts ordered, and then Jeremy can give him the money for what he puts in, what he orders. I can maybe chip in some later, but Dustin also said he has an extra scope he'll give us to put on it. So this would be pretty fun. He says, "Now listen," he says, "be careful with this thing. This isn't just a regular BB gun that you would shoot at a aluminum can and they sometimes bounce off or whatever." He says, "This will go through a barrel. These things are powerful enough to go through a barrel if you shoot at it with this." I was like, wow. But that it looks like a real gun, and that he says this thing could actually kill somebody. So I don't want to have to kill anybody. But I do want something that looks real enough that if we have some crap going on out front of our house, somebody trying to get in or whatever, somebody at the door that looks suspicious, I want to have something that's more threatening, like get off of my deck, leave, you know what I mean? Something that they couldn't, tell that it's not like real, but I don't think anybody would want to be hit with this thing either. but I just want something to, you know, to have to like protect my family if something should happen, you know. My wife is real nervous about like real guns, so I don't have a real gun. Well, we do have real rifles, but they're really old, they're antiques. But I keep those in the closet. But I'd like to have something just on hand, just, you know, so I don't feel like we're susceptible to bad people. So anyway, that was that, and I'm excited about getting, you know, something like that Jeremy and I can mess around with, you know, shoot at targets out here. This side over here behind you guys there's nothing that's gonna hurt. There's nothing that's gonna hurt over that way either. That's Dustin's trailer actually over there, just an abandoned old trailer from years ago. It's just garbage. If I hit that, he ain't gonna care. So, but yeah, so that'll be fun. We get that thing rebuilt, and be fun to mess around with. But that's all I got. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. This is what I reviewed. Had a little chat in here afterwards. Haven't seen you guys in seems like a couple days, but so there you go. All right, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks again for watching, and I'll reply to stuff on Monday morning. I'll have a little bit of time to reply to you guys. Well, you're watching this now on Monday, so I'll upload this tomorrow, so I'll be replying to it this morning. Sounds weird saying that. Okay. Yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.